Hello and welcome back to Stay Plugged In. My name is Sheridan, and today I am here with Mr. Fowlkes and Nick Fowlkes, who recently committed to Old Dominion University.
My name's Nick Apple Folks, and I'm going to play Rocket League at Old Dominion.
So, how did you find out about college esports?
Found it out from this guy right there. He was the one that pretty much talked about it. Same with like CRL on like Rocket League, because you go on Rocket League and it says like CRL. You go on the stream, it shows all the college teams. Thought that was pretty interesting.
Mr. Fowlkes, how did
Evan.
you find out about college esports?
I own a esports arena that him and I kind of did back when COVID was going on. And then we started getting coaches that were coming to join our arena that were playing at Shenandoah University, and I asked them why they decide on Shenandoah University to go there, and then they were like, "Oh, we were in spin. We did some training there. They came to the Spin in Doha, which we're here in in Winchester, where there's Shenandoah University. So they told me about Spin. I was like, "What is Spin?" And then they're like, "Stay plugged in," and it's like a recruiting thing. So I started researching it, looking into it as well for any of the players that are joining our teams within GUI Esports. And so we can tell parents. We have camps that the kids come to as well that I tell them so they just join. I also help out with his high school teams as well. So I got the recruiter to come in from Stay Plugged In and talk with all the high school players. So
That's awesome. And have you
that's
always
really
been a gamer?
Yeah,
I have not.
he hasn't. He's
How-
never touched a game in his life.
what? And you have a game arena? That's kind of crazy.
Well, that was because of him. I mean,
Yeah, we have bad Wi-Fi.
our internet's not the greatest at our house. So when we were during COVID time frame, I was looking around trying to figure out. He kept yelling at me. I started the company first as just a online something for him and I to do. I coached all of his like rec sports growing up, and then once he got to high school, he was like, "This is all I want to do is just play this." I was like, "You don't want to go out for the football team or play any of that stuff?" He was like, "No, I just wanted this." So I was like, "Well, I need to want to be involved with what he's doing." So I started learning what he was doing. We created this team online, and he kind of taught me like what I was knowing about the esports, everything with that. So then we started creating this arena that we went out during COVID time frame and found a little building because our internet was terrible, and we opened the arena, and so that's what we got. Now we're in a bigger arena from like almost 1,000 square foot. So
That's
so
awesome.
yeah,
And
so it's just learning esports and everything like that as a parent, just wanting to know what he really does.
when you found out about college esports, when what were you kind of looking for in a college esports program or like in a college as a whole?
I didn't really care. Just like a decent place I can play, good internet, decent school. Um, has a decently built program. I didn't want to like join brand new and then have to build one up myself. So that's why ODU is pretty good. They have a really good program so far. I'm looking forward to join it.
Yeah, and did you talk to a lot of coaches and then like have to kind of narrow it down, or what was that? What was that process like?
Uh, yeah, there were a few schools and coaches I had to talk to, and I eventually settled with ODU after visiting a few schools.
Like how did Stay Plugged In help you through that process? What was that like?
Yeah, so pretty much, especially in the summer, I would pretty much just wake up, go on Discord, see like I have a friend request. I'm like, oh, who's this from? I would click on it and be like, oh, it's a guy from a college. Then they got me in touch with them. I pretty much set up an interview, and it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I didn't really have to do much.
And what advice would you give to other students who might want to pursue college esports?
Um, just think you're better than everyone else. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's what I do. I have an ego, it gets shot down easily, but just believe in yourself and you can do anything.
What advice would you give to students who want to approach their parents about esports? You have a dad who is, trying to get into your passion and, seems to be super supportive. So what advice do you have for other students?
Um, Honestly, the easiest part is just saying, "Oh, there's a lot of money involved. I can make money off this. I can get a career." That when they hear money, they're like, "Oh, you can get money from just sitting on your computer playing games?" And it's like, "Yeah."
Definitely, definitely. That helps. And then what goals do you have going into your first semester?
Get good grades, most important thing. Um, Hopefully be the best possible team we can be.
What was the recruitment process like from your point of view?
It was pretty neat. I thought. I mean, yeah, it did cost a little bit of money, but the money kind of paid for itself, especially all the connections that he made. It's only $5 a month, which isn't too bad, just to give an opportunity for directors to see what he does and his background with his schooling as well, with his GPA, and what he'd like to do in his future. Maybe just not with esports, but with going into computer engineering. So that was the good part with it. It was pretty neat. Every time we get emails, I would get the email as well saying this school is interested in talking to you about their school and if it's a good fit for them. Also going out to the dashboard and just seeing all the different messages and everything. It makes you proud to see that kind of stuff come through, especially go to school and for his future. So that kind of stuff that I thought was really good for him, and the kids get excited too, even if it's not for scholarship money or anything like that. It's just that opportunity that someone wants you to come to their school, to attend the school for one thing, and to play a esports and be part of it.
I mean, you opened you have your game arena. What does support look like for you as a parent? Are you going to be like watching his games? Are you
Yeah,
do you play Rocket League? Anything like that?
I tried to play it, and we went to the Fort Worth, Texas this past summer to see the RL's World Championship. And
That was his idea.
yeah, which was mine. I tried to go in there because it was neat to see and see that many people watching a game, which I just really seen. I just thought it was a game as well. I could always hear him yelling, screaming up in his room, like, what is he doing? So I wanted to get it more involved. Like I said before, what exactly he was playing. That's what the parents need to kind of look at, see what they're doing on their study, who they're kind of talking to, and just the support, really. Growing up, watching him play soccer, flag football, hockey, stuff like that. You're there in the stands or on the coaching on my side of things, watching him play, and you're rooting him on when he does good, or when he gets mad, you're gonna get mad at him. Same kind of system here, and that's why I came up with the arena thing. Is the schools have it too? We went to Shandor University. You're watching your son up there or daughter playing and doing what they like to do, love to do, and cheering on with their other teammates for the same kind of thing. And your parents there watching, being proud of what they're doing. And that's what I try to tell the parents that come in here too as well, is don't just drop them off. Come in, we have a big screen, as you can see behind us. We have TVs on the front of our thing that you can sit and watch and understand what they're playing. Try to do a little training with the parents to say, they want you to give them the attention that they're playing these games, know what they're doing, cheer for them.
Some kids.
Yeah, I know as a kid I would feel that way. I've had a kid in on our team get upset and cry that his parents weren't here to see him win the championship game. So those are the kind of things that once you see the kids' faces, even if it's not mine or other ones, the excitement around it, that's what drives you to kind of get involved with them and everything like that, even if it's esports or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, do you find when you talk to parents about that they are like receptive towards that, or like are they still hesitant, or do they just jump in and they like listen and support their kids out?
Depends on the
It
parent.
depends on the parent. It's still hesitant a little bit because they think it's just still a video game. But some kids, that's what they play as their recreational. Some go to play basketball. We have both that play. soccer and Rocket League, and they come and do both, and that's a challenge for them. But I guarantee that their parent is sitting there at the soccer game, not just dropping them off usually for a competition and leaving, where they can be here watching and understand what they're doing. It's just the whole training of the parent, getting them to understand what it is that they're watching. His mother's the same way. Like right when in high school, she came to his like first couple of games and was like, "What is he? I don't understand it." I was like, "It's just like soccer. It's a soccer ball going in the goal, and the cars are chasing around each other, and they're competing. It's you don't have the team right there next to them, but you could. But it's going to. I mean, that's what we're striving for. So it's just really teaching."
A lot of students that we talk to, and Apple actually mentioned it, is that they feel like they need to have like proof of the legitimacy of college esports, showing their parents like you can get money. Do you feel that that's the case for a lot of parents, that like maybe that's the only thing that will legitimize it? Is having that proof, showing like, oh, I can get money, I can get a scholarship.
I mean, when we had camps and I'd bring the parents into it and talk to them about it, they're surprised. They're like, "Whoa! It used to be just video games. Now they can actually do it and see it." And now that the high schools are getting esports teams and everything like that, he did a signing with his actual high school that had 3 other kids. One was going for softball, the other one was going for track, the other one was for soccer. And he gets up there with esports, and you like see people, "Oh my, what is esports?" I mean, and he even says, "Oh, this is cringe." I mean, it's like it's not. I mean, it's a good thing that you're getting to go to college for college, one thing, and to play the esports as well.
And how would you say we could change the narrative that many parents believe about gaming?
You can look at like or not real sports, but other sports. You can like hurt your brain, damage your brain, break a bone, break anything like that. The only thing about this you gotta worry about is like stretching your arm out too far or something.
There is some mentality with it as well. I mean, sitting in front of the screen, everything like that, and we strive. And a lot of the programs you've seen too is stretch breaks, getting up, eating right, and stuff like that. I mean, as long as those same programs are saying that and working through those kind of things, I don't see issue. I mean, for the game side of things, I mean, you have the Call of Duty games that are more of the fighting, and then you have the higher, like the GTA, which is that is definitely violence for a younger kid that probably should not be playing those types of games, and that's not really a competitive game regardless. So starting with the Fortnites and the Rocket League and stuff, that I mean, it's pretty basic stuff they see watching on YouTube and everything like that. This is just they're actually playing it and getting some communication. I mean, there's a lot more than just playing the game to it. I mean, you are socially communicating. Maybe it's not right next to someone, but it's over the computer. And it takes that good communication to kind of help with that kind of stuff. So regardless of what game it is.